Good morning, everybody. I don't know how I'm this chipper this early in the morning, but here we are. I happened to wake up this morning and the doggo needed to go out, and I was like, man, I wish there was a 9 UTC matchup because I'm up. I'm up. I might as well, have some fun with you fine people and do some casting and go see if we can watch ourselves an exceptional Osiris League match. And I was like, let me hop in game really quick and check and see if there are any. And sure enough, look at this. There's one matchup at 9 UTC, and it's got the same player that we had in the last Osiris League matchup last week, going down to 52 SK and winning us a bunch of coins, by the way. Now, looking at the power of these two alliances, this should be a really good matchup. Now, I've never seen RC69 play, but if we look at the league bets, which, yeah, I can go to events and go through it this way. If we look at the league bets, it's heavily, heavily favoring RC69. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way JC60 performed last weekend. And for those of you that have joined me so early, thank you so very much for joining. You are so appreciated. Sparta, Marky, Benji R, Mike V coming in early, coming in hot. Felipe is up with the cats already. Maya's changed. You've changed. Maya has changed you, Felipe. And again, we've got to get the big brain glasses on because it's early. It's early, and I'm going to need some help doing some big brain moves on what is going to be a 9 UTC matchup for everybody. Felipe definitely has changed and influenced heavily by Miss Maya, who, as you all know, on yesterday's stream, completely destroyed our luck when it came to getting the Hope Cloak to pop on the egg event. We were getting 10s and 1s and 5s, and as soon as Maya put cats inside of the chat, they disappeared. They disappeared for what was about 40 more turns, and they were just gone. So, but hey, today's a new day. Today's a new day, and you're not Maya, so maybe you will not ruin this this stream. So glad to have you, of course, Mr. Costa, and hello to everybody in the stream. We've got again Blue Tea, Alfian, Mike V saying, "I'm impressed you were standing, let alone walking, talking and streaming." Yeah. So again, I've got a ritual, guys, and maybe I'll do a video on how to not get a hangover. Because it wasn't too bad. Like yesterday wasn't too bad. Towards the end, it was kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. Because there was a couple quad shots right there at the end. I was definitely fuzzy. But there's a ritual I do at the end after every Sippin' Saturday. And so far, for the last few months, it's been working out really well. It's a ritual I wish I had used and had knew about a year ago. Because there's some, if you go back into the annals of Sippin' Saturdays on this channel, you'll see some pretty sloppy Drago, and you'll see a couple days afterwards where there's no video production. So, but yeah, no, we've got coffee. We've got coffee. I've got my Ron Burgundy. I'm kind of a big deal coffee mug here, and chock loaded full of caffeine. So we're in good shape for that, and we're going to be casting ourselves a nice one. We've got 4 minutes until the match starts. RC69 heavily favored in the betting here. RC69 with 160 million coins versus only 35 million for JC60. Irwan coming in with a new sub to the channel. I recognize that name. I wonder if it's the same Irwan that I know. And if it is, what took you so long? Luis Davalos, good morning. You're awesome, Drago. Thank you for joining, Luis. I appreciate you. Jason Rock Official, Raguin, giving me the old tongue and wink. Very nice, very nice. Seti Tan with the cat as well. Oh, geez, here we go. Too many cats. Easy here. You don't like. Best way a little. Yeah, I mean that's how you do it, Felipe. You got it. Mike's got my hypes. Thank goodness. Thank you, Mike, for giving me my hypes and coffee in the chat. I appreciate that. Hope Cloaking for KBK2. It is okay. Well, certainly. I mean, Hope Cloak's best in slot for infantry on the chess piece, so you can never have Hope Cloak too early. Typo in title, by the way, JD60 instead of JC60. Thank you. Ooh, you're right. Thank you. I will edit that right now. I don't know why I thought JD60. Did I mess the thumbnail up too? I'm not 100%. Let me check. I might have messed the thumbnail up too. Let me check my announcements section. Yep, I messed the thumbnail up too. It says JD60 on the thumbnail as well. Oh well, we've got it going now though. Just a few minutes until this thing starts. But look, so guys, RC69 has beaten 41BB. Which JC60 lost to pretty substantially here. And then again, RC69 lost to 52SK, which JC60 last week you saw on this channel lose pretty significantly to 52SK too. So 52SK, obviously the leader in this group when it comes to who's going to kind of be moving forward and having a strong position. But again, these powers are relatively even. You know, again, if I had to bet and there were no ratios or coins to win or anything, and it was just a flat out, who do you think's going to win bet? I do think based off of the performance that you see here, RC69 has the advantage, having beaten 41BB, and 41BB looks to have drummed JC60 pretty heavily here. So, you know, what you're supposed to do, it is 5 a.m. for Sir Drago. Yes, it is. It is very early. Jack Daniel 60. That's right. Charles Martel, 5525, is it worth maxing? Well, yeah, I mean, eventually, but I wouldn't rush it. Just use your gold keys, or you can buy the dailies. That's not a bad thing. Swede Pete coming in with from VK78, my Valhalla brothers, my Viking brothers. And speaking of Valhalla Viking brothers, Friggy coming in hot with the 500 ruble donation. My bro, Friggy Viking, coming in hot. And well, early for me. It's probably like afternoon for him. Good morning from the States, Friggy. Appreciate you joining. And yeah, guys, we're going to have a very solid matchup coming up here. I mean, I think we're going to see very early if this is going to be a blowout or not. Let's be honest. And if it is, you know, depending on how harsh the blowout is, maybe we'll peel back and we'll start talking about what comes next in the playoffs coming up. And again, Friggy, thank you so much for that donation. I enjoyed your stream the other day, so much so that I did the same for you, my friend. Really enjoyed you going over Bjorn there and talking about our cousin, you know. JC60 probably won't show up again. I hope that's not the case. I really do. That was my concern. It's not that they didn't show up. It's just they weren't very good against 52SK. Who is 916 up against? We're up against... Well, you got K916. They're up against 86JG in what should be a very solid matchup. And then we have T2A over here on the right. We're up against 48HB, the Honey Badgers. And if for some reason 885N is to beat Pokemon, which I don't think that's going to happen. I think Pokemon will win. But if for some reason Pokemon loses and T2A somehow loses against the Honey Badgers would actually jump into second place and Pokemon will be eliminated. But I just don't see that happening at all. I really don't see that happening. That's conspiracy theories all over the place. And Mike V, yes, it is 5 a.m. for me. And what is now, we're getting started here on the watching. So let's go ahead and jump in and see how this looks. Let's look at the key players of each side while I take a swig of coffee. Probin, why blue goggles now? Well, I mean, I need some big brain moves. These are my big brain glasses. I need some help. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. Anytime we have a very early stream, I need some assistance. Sturdy Fence, I'm streaming your alliance. That's awesome. All right, here are the key combatants for RC69. Not bad. Kill score looking pretty good. Arc of Osiris score 550. We've got Mr. Madara from the JC60 side. By Baybars, Harms You, and Rock the D. Some very sexual names on the JC60 side. Maybe that's why they're so exhausted on on the battlefield because they're so busy doing other things. JC60 coming in about half strong here. I'm really hoping that this is not all that's coming in here. With 30 seconds left, RC69 taking this a little more seriously. Look at this, almost 5 rows. This is a full tank for the blue team, only half full. This is 16 people. Uh-oh. 16 people on the JC60 side. This is no bueno. Hoping a bunch of reinforcements will be porting in here momentarily. Otherwise, this is going to be a very one-sided affair, and we will jump back out to the rankings and start going through all the different realms and seeing what the brackets are going to be looking like and things like that. 5 a.m. after that, sipping Saturday, question mark, hardcore, dude. Yep. Yeah, man. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 more ported in here. They're definitely still short. It's 24 combatants versus 30 combatants. That's a problem. Again, this is for JC60. This is a throwaway match. There's no way they're going to make it into the round of 16. They've lost both of their regular matches already. So this is really just for trying to get those 10 gold sculptures and pride, trying to get better. Those kinds of things. There's going to be an Osiris League Season 5, I guarantee you. And why not start getting better right now? Propping some tequila might help. No, I might go in the opposite direction with some more tequila. Group E and Bastet has a very tense situation with the net points game. Anyone from 8803, 873. So, guys, Udit, a little bit of a discovery. It's not about net points. It's about power. Unfortunately, it's actually about power. And I'll prove it momentarily, assuming this match goes very quickly the way I think it's going to. Let me hop out really quick and unsimplify the graphics and hop back in. Am I late? Touch Me Junior. No, you're in really good shape, my friend, joining just in time to get this ball rolling. And again, it's looking very strong already out the gate for RC69. And no more coming in for JC60. So they are down literally 6 players with rallies going for RC69 with the right commanders to their obelisks. Already captured, by the way, are those obelisks. Let's see if there's a rally coming for RC69 to the bottom obelisk. Looks like it might be. Let's check and see. View. That one's going to the friendly obelisk. View. This one's going to the enemy obelisk. Okay. So, another interesting point. Doesn't go around the bottom like the other realms do. Very interesting. I wonder if this is placed in a different spot. This is an Alex rally, though. Not sure. I mean, to me, looking at it, this is an Alex YSG rally. I wouldn't think that this is made for capture because it's not very speedy. But it's probably made to capture this desert altar. So they're going to break it at the desert altar here and have some solid infantry marches on the open field that won't necessarily get swarmed down immediately. So that's good. Mike V seems to be their thing. Might have had folks migrate out after Civil Wars. Yeah, Civil Wars and poor performances in Osiris League may have, dampened their spirits. Good luck to my home kingdom 69. Dizzy the Egg. Well, I mean, they're in a solid position to win. It's 30 players versus 24. 26 now. We got 2 more that popped in. That's good. So starting to become a fairish fight. Although 4 players is 20 marches, people. That's basically a middle team, if you think about it. Demir from JC60, please don't embarrass yourself like last week, bro. Demir actually messaged me and was basically like, look, I didn't want to spend any healing speed ups because we lost. We had lost at that point. So I mean, I get what he's saying. I get what he was doing. Demir the Siege God. I mean, he was using what he had. And what was the point of using speed ups? They were down by like 30,000 points. So I tried to pronounce my name. That's a toughie, man. Can you give me the nationality first before you make me try and pronounce it? Which kingdom is JC60? So on the thumbnail, it is 2060. And here comes a very slow Genghis March. It's very slow. So that's a Genghis YSG. This should be a lot faster than it is. That's a very slow march. I wonder if the tech for JC60 is not complete. Is that possible at this level of the game? I mean, this open field march is faster than... I mean, it's obviously a double C primary, but there's no reason this should be happening. Maybe the tech's not done. Maybe the tech's not done. It's Dutch, probably. It's Belgian. Oh, jeez. So obviously RC69 already well positioned around the desert altar of JC60. This is going to be, oh no, this is going to be a very quick match, guys. Demir, we have a Demir sighting, and he is coming out with proper troop counts here. Look at this, full archers, mixed troop Ethelfled, perfect. Perfect, we're looking strong. We're looking strong. Here's a full archer. I mean, he's archer gang. He's definitely archer gang. All right, obviously strong position for RC69 here. Trying to get the best zoom out for you. Looks like JC60 porting in, but this is going to be a little late. We have a capture, a forward offensive capture on RC69. This obelisk is looking like it will be just fine. It is blinking, but will be just fine. This Salden YSG rally from Dragging These Nuts looking very strong, but unfortunately, after having ported in, these guys handled the biz. And now RC69 is looking for 3 initial captures on these altars, which are big points, guys. Very big points. Drago going full reverse spelling bee on the man. Yeah, I know, right? There's no translation in Arabic. There's no translation in Arabic or any language for chat in YouTube. I apologize. I do translations on actual videos. I have it in pretty much like 16 or 17 languages. I'm behind by maybe 2 or 3 videos, though, so you'll have to forgive me. But if you go back, basically the last 40 or so videos, 40 or 50 videos, they are all translated in about 10 to 15 languages, if you prefer to use subtitles for another language. So I'm just going to say Bear Bocher. That's probably super butchered, but I'm going to say Bear Bocher. U-E-E. U-E-E. Boo-bee-boo. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good day, too. Here comes an Edward rally coming in hot, but again, no field support. RC69 has pushed towards the obelisk already. This is going to be an absolute disaster for JC60. They're already pushed back to their obelisk area. 2060 had Civil Wars, question mark. Yes, I believe so. Mr. Smoke Turkey, yes, very butchered. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. So Bear was right, but the other one, the last name is totally incorrect. One AVG is playing? No, they're not. No, they're not. One AVG is definitely not playing at 9 UTC. If only you had that many troops. I know, right? Hello, KBK started for us. How about 1916? I didn't see the timer. Let me check. Yeah, that rally went down quick. This Shrine of War is looking heavily contested. JC60 holding firm, though. Mixed troop Alex rally coming in hot. We have half infantry, half archers. Looks like that got broken because they were like, hey, wait a minute. There's archers in that rally. And who was the culprit? It was Hitesh with a Richard YSG full archers. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think that was a reinforcing rally. I think that was, in fact, supposed to be a counter rally, but because the shrine was taken by RC69, it was no longer required. And now all that is left is this sky altar, but JC60 is still not letting up. We have 26 combatants for the red team. Going up to the Shrine of Life here is this JC60 rally, but again, it looks unsupported. It is a Saladin, which is nice, but, you know, what are you supposed to do? Thank God for Keurig, Mike V. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Stoic, welcome to the stream, buddies. Let's see. Flarps. was asking if 2060 had Civil Wars. I believe so. I believe they had a few. So you speak Dutch, Mr. Smoke Turkey. He's from Leuven. Okay. Oscar Lou, 50% return to me. Yep. So anybody who bet on JC60 immediately lost half your coins. Before the match even started, you lost half your coins. I have a buddy in 916 that did just that and also recommended to another one of my buddies to do the same. And he said, and I quote, "You just wait. JC60 going to put it on him. And I'm going to win a ton of coins." And I'm like, well, here's the deal. That's not going to happen. Or else I would have put that in my video that I just posted the day prior. It is not going well for JC60. In fact, it is going the opposite of well. They do have 2 more people that just poured it in. That's good. We're getting close to a full team here. Unfortunately, again, this may be just a little bit too late for JC60, having only one structure, one non-obelisk outpost structure to defend at this point, trying to get their other altar back. And looks like they may actually get it, but this is a proper garrison. Wu Constantine in the altar, but we've got Pelagius and is that a okay, I was gonna say, is that a Sundiok swarming? Demir, though, coming in hot with his Ethelfled mixed troops, looking strong. This Wu is looking to go down, but this Richard's just kind of hanging out. He's like, you know what, I'll reinforce her. I'll tap some folks that are trying to get this structure back. They're basically zeroing themselves. A Richard Rally. I can't get a picture of the secondary behind this. Richard Alex, I think. It's got to be Richard Alex. Yep, there it is, Richard Alex. Richard Alex Rally. I prefer Alex Richard if you're going to be rallying with Richard and Alex together. I like the attack tree over the defense tree for rallies, but open field, I actually prefer Richard Alex. Funny story. This Wu does look like it will, in fact, go down. This Richard could hop into the altar and delay just a little bit more and maybe cause some more severely wounded to these swarming marches. But I think there's just a little bit too much here, although this is look how tanky this Wu is with a full swarm on it, although obviously most of these marches are almost dead. Demir going down to the red line, and he's going to be putting out some siege later today. I can guarantee you that. We're going to see some siege. And with that being said, the middle looking very blue, people. We have 27 seconds until the arc spawns. This is R69's arc to lose. And it looks like JC60 is taking this opportunity with so many players in the middle for RC69 to go ahead and try and get their buildings back. And RC69 seeing this, they're like, hey, wait a minute, we don't need 30 marches in the middle. There's not a single red march to be seen for miles. Let's just leave a couple marches here, which I think, at least that's what I would be saying, but it looks like maybe some more are coming in. The Messiahs are in fact still coming in. Bell is also coming in. I can't read this Korean name, I apologize, but also coming into the middle. Arc is grabbed with the Belisarius, which is the proper march, and JC60 starting to take their buildings back. Look at this. Wim Van O. Evelyn with the €550 donation. The chat is full of Belgium people, and you're not drinking Stella. Shame on you. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Give me a break. Although I will say, for all those Belgians in the chat, Belgian beer is my favorite beer. I love myself a good Belgian pale ale or Belgian lager. Those are my favorite beers. Stella Oberon pale ale. Very tasty. Very tasty. This is going to go back to RC69, so going to lose one of their altars is JC60, and now that the middle is basically secured, JC60 using hard push. Where are they going to be using it at? Let's see, up here maybe? Three armies swarming a full garrison with reinforcement. Probably not going to work out in JC60's favor. Not looking good for JC60 here. I see the Shrine of Life being contested by this Genghis, likely YSG here. There's Genghis. What is it? There's Genghis double C. Genghis double C. I don't know if I like the double C usage on the rally because of the negative defense that he gives with his expertise. This Desert Altar going down again in favor of the blue team. RC69 looking very strong and imposing their will. Do we have an even matchup yet? We do not. Still 28 players for JC60. They're looking for those last two. Looking for those last two, trying to find them. They're like, where are they at? Where are you guys at? Metacog with a £5 donation. In the UK recently, they sneaked the percent down to 4.6 for Stella. That is a sad turn of events. Usually it's what, 5.7 or something like that? 5.2 or something? Freaky Viking with another 100 ruble donation. Don't forget, likes for beard growth. This beard won't stop growing, guys. In fact, it's starting to curl out on the bottom. The bottom is growing faster than the top. So I'm in desperate need of a professional beard trim. Freaky Viking and Metacog, thank you so much for those donations. So I'm because of COVID, I haven't had a proper professional beard trim in a year and a half. So it's all been self-done, and I've done a pretty good job. Obviously, I've had this beard for quite a while, but I can't get it nailed, just perfect like I like. And I haven't been able to in a while. So I'm letting it grow out as long as I can stand it. And hopefully obelisk captured. Let's see if we have some port-ins. So I'm hoping I can survive until the COVID gods go away and we can get the haircut places or my barbershop specifically, to start trimming the beard. Belly defense, no bueno. That's exactly right. Oscar Liu. My favorite chocolate is Côte d'Or. Okay. I don't like Stella Artois, but love their waffles and chocolates. Jeff Pentagon. Yeah, absolutely. Belgian chocolate's good too. You never drank German beer. Marcel, yes, I've had German beer as well. Maybe you would switch your mind afterwards. I've had German beer as well. I'm not a fan of warm beer. And traditionally, the German beers that I've had are supposed to have been drank warm. I'm just not a fan of warm beer, or I guess room temperature beer, I should say. So that's what usually gets me more than the taste of German beers. I like German beers. They're very stout. They're very, ale-like almost. Demir, number 1 points, our hero. Let's go check. Demir, number 2, but very close. Was probably number 1 beforehand. Still at 28-30. All three of these structures blinking for JC60 with another rally. I mean, kudos to JC60. They're keeping the rallies up at least, keeping RC69 honest to where they're not just straight, throwing everything they've got at. They're not already at the front of the base, basically. Honestly, at this point, I thought we would be at the front of the base of JC60. JC60 putting up a valiant effort on the defense, putting a teardown on the Shrine of War, trying to get their Shrine of War back. Now, this will likely go back in favor of JC60, but, at what cost? I mean, we've got rallies going out unsupported. We've got open field marches going back. This should die. This is a great best practice to look at. If we're trying to take things away from this matchup to using your own arc matches, don't go back to your city with this kind of march. You want to let this march die and go back. You will have already had your march back at your city and coming out with a fresh march. But because you're so slow, you're not going to be on the field. That's just a best practice. Paul, who told you to drink it warm? The bartenders were always the one that were recommending me this is supposed to be a warm drink beer. Warm beer is Pineapple Pizza's beer version, yeah. Jossie says we don't drink warm beer, just put it in the fridge. Okay, well maybe I was misinformed. Most of the beer that I've been German beer that I've had, they've told me not to put it in the fridge because it's not supposed to be drank cold. Mike V, back when I drank Delirium Tremens was my favorite, and I found out years that it was Belgian. So respect, absolutely. Playboy Luke also went to Germany, and they don't play about their beer. I want to go to Oktoberfest. Yes, I do as well. I definitely want to go to Oktoberfest. That would be amazing. Important question, who thinks pineapple doesn't belong on pizza? This guy. Pineapple doesn't belong anywhere close to pizza. JC60's trying, but they need more experience. They also need more players. They got 28 players who just joined, by the way. They started with 24 players. So starting from a position of weakness right off the bat, and then just not having 10 marches on the field, basically, that RC69 has, really has given RC69 the initiative. Speaking of which, having taken the Desert Altar, RC69 is now pushing towards the obelisk again, and they are swarming cities here. Uh-oh. Rally incoming to the obelisk. Let's see if this is captured or not. Edward rally against Charles. That's a good rally to be staring at, especially if it's not getting swarmed. These JC60 marches should be swarming this rally. Edward Tamiris. Unfortunately, this obelisk is going to go down. Now, can they keep it? That's the next question. I don't think so. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it, although this rally is not taking any damage whatsoever. Now it's starting to get swarmed. There you go. But, however, this player down here is like, you know what? I'll swarm away. No problem. I'm just going to be down here zeroing the city. And we've got siege, people. We have so much siege coming out of this city here. There's an unnamed player, Constantine Primary, and he's got siege. That's what we got. That's what we got to work with. That's what we're going to use. And trying to save this obelisk from turning blue. And in the process, look at this. Ninja capturing back the Desert Altar is JC60. Wow. Drago, did 916 get matched with 846? Well, no, not yet. The timer hasn't popped yet. Peanut butter. Mike V says, if you put pineapple on pizza, you should be taken out back and shot. I agree. There's nothing Hawaiian about destroying a pizza. Just because it's pineapple doesn't make it Hawaiian. Germans drink only cold beer, says Hightown. Again, I must have been misinformed. Michael Grefka, hi Drago, what's the quickest rally march to get to enemy obelisk? Depends on which realm you are, but usually it's double C William or double C Genghis right off the bat. But you can also do double C XY now. That's a really good one. Especially if it gets tapped on the way, it actually increases the march speed. If you are in a realm that is usable for XY. Will you be casting our VK7801HK match today or got other games planned? Arch F, I unfortunately will not be able to. We have 2 matches. I'll be participating in 2 matches on the official channel casting, and then at 19 UTC, I have my own match to cast, or my own match to fight in, so I won't be able to do those. So the 2 matches that we're going to be doing at 13 and 15 UTC are both in Realm of Horus. It's going to be, if I'm trying to remember correctly here, let me see. I don't want to mess it up. So it's going to be Song versus P-Tall at 13 UTC and SX54 versus JST at 15 UTC. Best cav for free-to-play infantry. Best civ, Rome or France. Muhammad Mary, I've got a video specifically. In fact, I've got multiple videos specifically dedicated to answering that question on the channel. It tests out Rome versus France versus Japan. It tests out their unique units. It tests out their buffs. And it recommends, based off of your role, on your needs, on your account, which one you should pick. I don't know your account well enough to recommend, but usually the general thought process is, if you want to have the best fighting infantry civilization, that's Rome. If you want to have the longest lasting infantry civilization, meaning if you're going to have long fights in KVK, France is the way to go, because you want to have the least amount of healing cost as possible with the healing speed up that France gives. Mike V, do you believe the rumors that KVK timers have been pushed back in advance? Yeah, I think you're right. Seems unlikely, but I never put anything outside of the realm of possibility with the developers of this game. And I think you probably agree with that. That being said, they also could have pushed them back, because if you notice, 75 and 114, that KVK ended, and they're out of KVK, so they're going to be getting their timer pretty quickly as well. So maybe they've delayed it so that that batch gets added back into the group that we're in. So you never know. Adrien Vaillant, P-Tall always have horrible group. sad for the guys. It looks like impossible to make it out of top 32 for them. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. They always seem to get up against JWM or OV or, you know, something like that. But I mean, if you want to, if you want to win the whole thing, you got to beat the best, guys. I mean, it's, you know, it's sad, but if you just wanted to get to the playoffs, they're doing a great job. If they want to win, they got to beat the best. They got to beat the best teams. Muhammad, thanks a lot. You're very welcome, buddy. Sparta, Drago, right now using Arabia since I was mostly Cavs, but now I'm maxing using archers and infantry. Should I shift to Ottoman for KVK? Ottoman's a great civ for KVK, and that's usually what I use. That's usually what I use because of the march speed and the skill damage bonuses. And if you are using mostly archers and infantry, that's not bad at all, assuming the infantry is skill damage as well. So Guan, Alex, Harold, things like that. Sun Tzu even. If you're using infantry for tankiness and things like that, Ottoman's not usually the best, but Ottoman would work fine. You really only want to use Arabia if you're a rally leader. If you're not a rally leader, you should never use Arabia, regardless of what troop type you focus on or commanders that you focus on or whatever. Arabia is a rally civ only. Like, that's their best use, is because of the 5% extra all damage. That's really it. Thank you for the new subs, by the way. I appreciate all the new subs coming in. I can't say that Arabic name, so I apologize. I can't read it. But thank you for the sub. We got Bear, also subbing. Appreciate you. Mikastra. Mikastra, yeah, exactly. Bowie, also subbing. You got Legend of Rain Gaming joining the channel and subbing. We've got Cyber Gen X, Edmar Ray, Oddly Zill, all subbing to the channel. Very, very appreciated. Sweet Pete also coming in hot with the sub. We've got Erwan and Richard Brooks earlier as well. Love it. Wim Van O. Evelyn with a €550 donation as well. Damn. I see so many Belgium guys always in the chats. You need to do a Sippin' Saturday Belgium style. You know what? I may do that. I love me some Belgian beer. I'm all about a Belgian night. And just having a sampling of fine Belgian ales. I am perfectly fine with that. Maybe we'll make next Sippin' Saturday Belgian Sippin' Saturday. Dragon These Nuts still rallying strong, not slacking at all. Unfortunately, every time they take something, it goes right back in favor of RC69 because there's just no support on the open field. They keep getting caught. They keep getting caught on the way. And now we've got city zeroing going on over here for RC69 against JC60. This looks like an open field fight, but this is basically a city swarming mob, if you think about it. Adrian, Drago, yesterday you mentioned YSS YSG as a proper garrison. What kind of gears for YSS? Well, you want to go mixed troop focus, so you'll have leadership as the proc, and then you're going to go... I like a lot of the infantry stuff because they have good overall health for all the different troop types. You want to focus on heavy health gear that give you health to all troop types. Archers, cav, and infantry, if you have YSS primary, which you should in that situation. We could go through that on a video maybe and give you the best mixed troop garrison gear to be using. And oh, was that a Kira sighting? I think that was a Kira sighting with those arrows of fire. Yep, there we go. That's Kira. I think Byzantine is the cab open field civ. Oh no. No. Please don't. So I'm not a fan of Byzantine civ. They do have cav health, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. That's nice. I don't like their unit, and I don't like the bonuses that civ gives versus, say again, an Ottomans. Ottomans are fine if you're a cav focused commander. 5% skill damage and movement speed. Cavs need both of those things. It doesn't matter that it's an archer civilization. In fact, it makes your Cavs move faster because they're not special units. I always go, if I'm a Cav commander, if I'm a Cav account, I always go Ottoman. It's just better. Does Ottoman 5% active skill damage work with Alex? Yes, it does. Since Alex skill says that it's passive. Yeah, I know. It still does. It still does. Esther, it still does. We did test that a while back, and it did. Now maybe they've fixed or changed it, but as of the last time we checked it, it does work. Mr. Smoked Turkey, if you have a P.O. box, we can ship you some Belgian beers. There's so many of them and a bunch of hidden gems. Ooh. That would be worth the cost of a P.O. box every month to get shipped beer. I would take that in a heartbeat. Sparta, start with shots for all the lovely Belgian folks next Saturday. There you go. Mike V, podcaster I love, does beer guessing. Yeah, there was actually another one that I like, does whiskey guessing. It's like $20 bottle, a $80 bottle, and a $200 bottle, and they line them up in shots, and you have to see if he has a cultured enough palate to pick out which one's the nicer whiskey or not. Dan, I have Guan Alex. New sub as well. Blessed Dark Side Gaming. Welcome to the channel. Silverbear91 as well. Also subbing. Thank you all for the subs. I appreciate you. JD60 trying to clean up their home base. Unfortunately, in the process, have lost the Shrine of War and the Sky Altar, with a rally incoming towards the obelisk as well, although this should be swarmed down. There's plenty of open field marches here for JC60, but they need to refresh because they're all half dead. So go ahead and refresh and then go ahead and swarm this rally and hopefully start pushing back out. In the process, by the way, 2 arcs have been captured for the blue team, and now only 1 person coming in, 2 people coming in. Same person. Well, these are 2 different people. This is 1 person, though. And that's really all they need is just 1 person. JC60 has their hands full just trying to keep their own buildings on the red color. Looks like Obelisk is being assaulted but swarmed on the rally here, so they'll at least keep their Obelisk there. Here comes the rally, by the way, and JC60 opting to say, you know what, maybe we don't need too many people here. This Richard's looking strongish. That's not bad. More and more subs coming in. Malachi Lamb, Franz James, Linda, and Raven all subbing. Thank you all for the subs. Don't forget to hit the bell notification as well so you get all those daily video notifications for Rise of Kingdoms and Infinite Galaxy. So you can have some latest and greatest info. Also, becoming a member, you get access whenever, when you sub, you get access to all my little daily things that I post out every once in a while that are quick tip and early notification stuff. So commanders coming out and information like that. So Furhot Aiden also becoming a member of the channel. Yoga Yanardi and Majid M all subbing as well. You guys are amazing and very, very appreciated. Was worth waking up that early sub-wise? Yes, it was. Of course. Well, it's always worth it to be able to chat with you guys. Oh no, we have an offensive structure sighting being taken for JC60. Look at this. They're pushing back. The Empire strikes back. They still only have 28 players though. The Empire has striked back. Metacog saying drop a like, folks. I agree. High five for Metacog. Shrine of Life being assaulted as well by Saud and Dragothien Nuts, still trying hard to get this thing rolling. Another slew of subs, by the way. Vu Than also subbing. We've got Eteshem Satar also subbing. Thank you very much. Hopefully I didn't butcher the pronunciation there. Doing online activities, very accurate, and also subbing. Paolo, Calvin, and Fury C both subbing as well. My goodness. And yes, we are so dangerously close to 25,000 subs, guys. So dangerously close to 25,000 subs. That'll be a fantastic day. And I got to do something special for you guys, right? For 25,000. We definitely have to figure out something. We did a giveaway at, was it 15,000? It was either 10 or 15,000. We did a giveaway. Maybe it was 20,000. One of the milestones we did a giveaway on swag, but I've got a new update to my swag, my shop and everything. So maybe we'll do something like that. It motivates me even more to get it completed. I've been so focused on content for you guys. I've slacked on finishing my shop up. Dan, did you read my question halfway? Probably. Yeah, I did. I have Guan Alex. I would like to split them. Who should I get to make use of them separately? If there are multiple commanders, what should I work on first? YSG should always be your first max. So YSG should be in the mix there. And until you get, say, a Leo or... I mean, you can even use Alex with... I mean, obviously Alex YSG is what I was going for there. And then you can use Guan with Sun Tzu. I mean, that's a good pair. Until you start getting into some more legendary commanders. That'd be perfectly fine. Demir the Siege God killing it. I love that he messaged you after the last match. Yeah, he did. And all these guys, I mean, most people, when I'm casting their stuff, they have a good time with it, you know. Some of it's tongue-in-cheek, the things that I say, and the other things are a little more like you need to fix this to change it, and they appreciate the info. Bottom team looking very strong, although now it's blue. But, I mean, bottom team, look at bottom team for JC60 going strong. Maybe they've all shifted down here, have they? Have they all shifted down here and they're trying to take the bottom lane? Doing very strong here. Looks like it's a pretty solid swarm for the blue team here, though. Interesting to see if they're able to keep up this pressure on the bottom lane. We have Lion Milk now pulling out some siege here. Going strong with Belisarius Siege. Yeah, keep the subs coming, guys. We got Mike SG, who I remember being a sub before, and Isaac M7 also with the sub. Thank you very much. We are cranking on the subs today, guys. Well done. You guys are killing it. Speaking of killing it, I still can't believe JC60 has buildings. Oh, we've got Mystical Formation being used over here by the blue team. Looks like RC69 is trying to take this obelisk. I think they're trying to take this obelisk and they want to port on top of these guys and start zeroing these cities. Looks like Dune Tak also coming in with the sub. Thank you very much. Speaking of Dune Tak, JC60 is what he says in the chat. JC60 and then something. I can't read the Korean. I apologize. Yes, only in Young Kingdoms. What was that? Someone know if YSG is in Card King? I don't see anymore. Yeah, in Younger Kingdoms, I'm still getting Card King in 307, so it doesn't have to be quite that young. But I think now that we're getting Legendary Tavern, I think that starts to remove Card King from the rotation. Mike SG, aha, I just unsub and sub again. How dare you? I was going to say, I recognize your name. You've been here forever. Are you now just subbing? It made me sad a little bit. Oh, it means FJC60. Well, that's not nice. I have Guan, Alex, Charles, YSG, Saladin. Who would you work on next? Double C, all maxed. Those are good. It depends on where you're at in the rotation. I'm assuming you're 901, so you should be getting access to XY this week. XY is a good one to get. Obviously, Trajan is another good one to get. You've maxed Guan, so I mean... Maybe Tamiris, maybe... I've got a Commander Max Order video you might want to take a look at, but I need to update it. That's about 6 commanders behind, guys. And there's at least 2 commanders that I'm putting in the top 5 now that you must max going forward. So something to look at, and I definitely need to get that done as well, updating that video. Probably going to happen on Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, because Monday's usually when I post my T2A match. Ramses or Art, Liam, in my opinion. And yes, both of those are really good as well. Gives you premier pair with YSG. Yeah, that's a good solid advice as well from Mike V. I think if you want to more round out your entire account, maybe getting XY to pair up with your Saladin or William 5551 would be a really good recommendation as well. In fact, that's exactly what Mike V thought as well. Or William with Saladin, also very good. Yeah, 5551 William is usable on the field, and then you can move on to the next one and maybe do a 5-something-something-5 Tamiris. You can do a 5551 Artemisia. And now with this, they ported in one city. They got one city ported in right here. Let's see if this was enough. I don't see any other blue cities over here. Let me see. Yeah, just the one. But that is enough to have this one city poured out on the top here. If they can take this structure back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What's your newest account? My newest account is my my 65 million account in 916, which was the original King account in 916 when we started on that server on day 1. Thank you for answering my question. Everyone knows Drago is the owner of the magnificent beard, not Guan. Hey, I can share the title. I'm okay with that. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. Is it worth investing in Edward or Woodstock? No. Heading into KBK 3 soon. Definitely not, Ringmeister. No. Way better commanders available than Edward. She is good but hard to pair. Tamiris is expensive. She's good but hard to pair. I disagree. She can pair with anybody as a secondary. I use Charles Tamiris all the time, and it works great. Charles buffs the damage for Tamiris. Charles doesn't generate too much rage, so I'm constantly sitting with 12 stack. Well, not from second 1, but I'm constantly getting up to 12 and 13 stacks from Tamiris' debuff. It just works. It works great. Rancid ×3. I got a 5525 art. Should I finish her with 235 heads for open field? She's really good, but I don't know if she necessarily needs to be maxed in that situation. 5525 is just fine as it is, just like Jeff Pentagon says. I think that's right. I would use those 235 sculptures to max your Ramses or something like that if you haven't done that already. Adrian says he has his Edward for sale. Worst investment ever. I bet a hell of a lot on RC69. Nice to see them winning. Yeah, I mean, it looks like everybody did. It's 160 million or something, 135 million coins on RC69, and obviously for good reason. I mean, they were the favorite to win for sure, and I mean, they're the ones that showed up. In fact, we've lost a combatant for JC60. They had 28, now down to 27. Demir doing everything he can, and so is Dragon These Nuts doing everything they can. These guys are, you know, there's a reason these guys were the VIPs, the key players for the JC60 team. They just need to get some proper support. It looks like both of these obelisks are under assault. Heavy swarm plus rally for RC69 on the bottom lane. Although this one looks like it's going to go down. This Charles Constantine, not the best swarming march for RC69. Looks like this may have gone sideways for this player. This city is getting swarmed for the blue team instead of the other way around. Mike V wants to sell his Eddie as well. Mike V, best advice Drago ever gave that I took was build a march at a time, and if you can get a great march by maxing just one, it is usually better than maxing two to get the same one good march. I agree. So Saladin William is a perfect example of this. You can do Saladin and William both 5551. That's effectively one maxed commander, but you have a solid pair, and you don't need to max them right away. You can work on them later, and then you start focusing on your Ramses YSG or Artemisia YSG, or again getting your Tamiris 5 would work just fine as well. And again, now that XY and Trajan are in the books, I mean, Trajan's definitely a must-have, guys. I recommend him to anybody looking for a solid open field march, and definitely looking towards a Guan 5111 even would work just fine. 5 Guan is perfect. You don't need the expertise Guan. And then Alex 5511. It's great too. Baba TC Ataturk has subbed. Look at that. Baba has finally subbed to the channel. We got him, people. We got him. He's here. Thank you for the sub, Baba. And let's see, who else? We've got Ahmad Al-Amri, Turkey Abu Al-Faraj, all subbing. Bobbington, Amir Ahmed subbing. Ryan Ed also subbing. My goodness, guys. All appreciated. Thank you all for the subs. Drago, is it worth to work on XY? Absolutely. Sharif Muhammad. XY is definitely an endgame rally commander. If you are a rallier especially, you should definitely max him. Now, if you are open field only, he's a primary target, guys, because he's squishy, so you gotta be careful. Baba TC Ataturk, I'm fake, LOL. Well, I know he's already subbed. He's already subbed. The real Baba is already subbed. But thank you for subbing in his name again. I mean, I can't complain. Hi, Drago. Is it worth the work on? I just answered that one. Cav is currently heavily used for rallies, so there isn't much chance for Jadwiga to do the Garrison job in KVK. I'm just not a fan of Jadwiga in general, guys. Don't get her. She's not worth it. Xeno YSS still outperforms Jadwiga anything in Garrison situations, so there's really no reason to spring for another Garrison commander, at least right now. Now, maybe in the future, and this is probably what's going to happen, guys. That's just the way this game works. You've got currently a meta. You've got Xeno YSS or Xeno Theodora meta right now, and it works against everything. I guarantee you there's going to be an Archer Rally pair that's going to come out in the next couple months that's going to be absolutely devastating, and there's only going to be one Garrison commander that can stop them, and it will be Jadwiga. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, someone tapped out and said, nah, we're good. I did my part. Gave it everything I had. Hey, Drago, is it worth the... I already answered that one. Because Cav is in shortage. Trajan 5511 with AoE enough. Raven, no. 5551 if you're not going to fight open field for an extended period of time. If you're just going to hop in and out of your city, 5551 is fine. But if you're actually going to use him in a murder ball or a proper open field fighting situation, he needs to be maxed. He needs to be maxed, okay? Mike V saying Trajan equals maxed, unfortunately. I agree. Viking will smash Xeno. Oh, we're about to find out. As soon as they hop in the game, we'll find out. Dragon getting swarmed, his Alex getting swarmed and giving out some very good anti-counterattack damage here. Unfortunately, it still doesn't matter. I mean, trying to get some support here, but there's just a blue wall in front of everything that these guys are trying to do. Using Teardown on the Shrine of War as well. Oh, no. I don't know if that... I think that might have been a little premature. You got to own the open field to use Teardown, guys. Sky Author going down for red team, although it looks like this may just need a quick rally, which is coming in from Killer Joe on the blue team. Blue team, speaking of which, taking the Desert Altar away again from JC60 on the bottom lane. Shrine of Life looking at least somewhat contained right now for JC60, and continuing to own their obelisks is JC60. So they're holding firm over here, guys. Coins coming home, baby. Pika, that's right. The truth has been spoken. Meet your maker. Speaking of which, some more truth. We got Luke Shardlow, Arguan, Mayuresh Kumar, Lionheart Luca, and Pika all subbing to the channel. Thank you very much for your subs. You are appreciated. Drago, do you have any speculation for the next legendary infantry pairs? I don't. None of my sources have given me any info on the new infantry pairs. You know, we might not even get infantry next, guys. It may be, unfortunately, it may be another set of leadership-based Garrison commanders. Maybe. We haven't really had one, right? It's been a while. Since YSS. Since Theodore YSS. So that may be the next pair. Incoming rally. Genghis YSG for RC69. 6R coming in hot. 50-50-50 rage, and that will be all you get. When Trajan is maxed, it becomes bad pair because Joan 50 rage buff is completely erased due to duplicate active skill buffs. Correct. Now, you could put Joan as a secondary somewhere else and hopefully get a alternation of skills at some point where you're constantly getting fed 50 rage. That's not bad. Obviously, there's not really a way to control that, but still, I mean, it's doable. Is Baybars a good conquer commander? Well, sure. Early game, Baybars is very strong, and if you're not a heavy spender, you can use Baybars to really good effect on the open field. Baybars Sun Tzu is a great shotgun AoE cav pair, or you can swap it up and go Sun Tzu Baybars, and it's a shotgun infantry pair. More subs coming in, guys. Ionut Liviu Poponet. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Well, thank you for the sub. Justice Mark as well. Sitachai Songbrasi. Thank you for the sub. Panda Basa also subbing. We've got Odishi. I recognize that name as well. Subbing. And Gabriel with the sub, too. My goodness. Throw some likes on the stream, too, guys. Doing very well with the subs and likes for the most part. I know this hasn't been the most exciting Osiris League match, but we've had constant fighting, and we've had a great chat. RC, the RC love eyes in the chat. Mike V, folks were saying the same thing about Trajan YSG with YSG's Rage Machine. Guys, Trajan YSG, if you want single target damage, Trajan YSG is one of the best marches in the game. I'm telling you right now. Trajan YSS, excuse me. Trajan YSG is just as good. In fact, Trajan YSG is the only Trajan march that I know of that can beat Ramses YSG. Open field, one-on-one. Crazy. Timo Aphrodite, go RC69. Well, they're going. They're going hard. In fact, just took the bottom obelisk here. Double C primary Garrison right now. Hopefully they switch that to a Saladin YSG or something like that. Hopefully they had a proper pairing join the rally. Looks like JC60 might be a little slow on taking this obelisk back. Speaking of obelisks, at the top lane, it is now in the blue color. JC60 trying desperately to hold on for the last 7 minutes of their match here. They were doing so well. They were doing so well capturing and holding all their structures here on the bottom lane and the top lane. At least their obelisks and outposts, but now the map is turning very, very, very blue. It is turning very blue. Ronan, Drago's missing your Viking helmet. I'm not missing it. It's right here. I'm just not going to put it on right now. We're good. It's too early in the morning for that. I needed my big ring glasses. I did not need my Viking helmet. My Viking brain helmet. More subs coming in. Angara Wisnu Putra with the sub. Also, Abdul Hafiz Shafwan subbing. And we've got Tran Dui also subbing as well. Thank you all for the subs today. My goodness. The early subs bring me joy. Wim Van O Evelyn, €550. Can we bribe you with Belgian beer and chocolates for the wife to come to 916? Send me a message in game. I mean, if I can get her in, I'll get her in. But you know we do what's best for the kingdom, even though Drago loves Belgian beer and chocolates. Trajan YSS is quite good, I guess. Jeff Pentagon, it's a perfect pair. Trajan YSS is one of the most devastating single target damages and super tanky that I've seen. SCJ Drill Designs also subbing. My goodness. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so they got their obelisk back on the bottom lane here. They're trying to get their obelisk back again over here. Problem is, now we've got it captured for the blue team. Here come the blue teams. Oh, no. This is going to be the Swarm Squad, guys. Swarm Squad coming in hot. This is not good. This is not good. Here, let me see if I can... Where's it at? Where'd it go? Where's it? Okay, here we go. Stream sounds.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
We've got James Clark Sanchez, Trevor Monsi, Riel Anthony Tuyado, Z Kicks, all subbing. Wim Vano Evelyn, again, thank you for your donation, €550 as always. Let's see, Gabriel, you're from 69, question mark. Ritik, JC60 like, in all matches, big name, no game. Jeff Pentagon, I use Trajan Mulan personally for double damage buff. That's a good pairing. If you want full buff, absolutely. I just hate, okay, so any commander that gives you a damage buff for the next commander, I hate wasting it on a buffer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great pair. Trajan Mulan, Trajan Joan, whatever. It's a great pair. You lose a little bit of the rage stuff, like we said earlier, but I hate losing the damage buff that Trajan gives the second commander with his first skill on a buffer. That's the only downside. Really, that's it. Hendrik Vanderweel, seen leaks from infantry conquering and versatility commanders next. That'd be great. Send them my way if you've got them. I agree, but I just choose to use Mulan for support. Yeah, that's fine. Drago, how many money for spend 1 million gems? What? How much does 1 million gems cost? Is that what you're asking, Peace? Can you share something about drama 786, 916, 846, and 415, Drago? Win Du Kung. So, I mean, we've got a stream dedicated to it if you want to watch it. But basically, those were 4 Imperium kingdoms, and we all wanted to go into a really big fighting KVK. So it was going to be 415 and 916, which is basically Ronnie and Drago versus 846 and 786. And 786 was the biggest Imperium kingdom out of all 4, and we had it lined up. We were like, yeah, we're going to do this. Everybody said yes, we're going to go together. And then like a couple days before the registration started, 786 was like, okay, well, we did a new kingdom survey, and now everybody's saying they don't want to do it, and they want to go into a different KVK, a different KVK, so we can get a good fight. I'm like, what? This is going to be a massive KVK, a massive fight. Everybody's like, what the hell? What are you talking about? And then, yeah, they went ahead and pre-registered for the KVK prior. And we had told everybody we needed to wait 1 KVK, and everybody was good with it. Bummer. Who's winning? I bet it all on Red, I think. Lucid. Red is not winning. With 1 minute and 50 seconds, they need to make up 47,000 points. Reed Williams. Is Richard, Ethelfled, Martel, YSG, Guan, Alex a good 3 infantry march for open field? Should I put Sun Tzu in there? You could put Sun Tzu in there, but I think you would be removing. I mean, Richard Sun Tzu would be fine. I do like Richard Ethelfled in the open field. Richard's not going to be causing much damage, and there's no damage buff to the second commander from Richard, so I think Richard Ethelfled is just fine. And you could even start a 4th infantry march with Sun Tzu and Osman, or Sun Tzu with Scipio or Julius Caesar, or Sun Tzu Barca is a really good pair, or Sun Tzu YSG. No, wait, you already got Martel YSG. Sun Tzu Baybars. Good job holding all that structures, JC60. Yeah, they did a great job. And now RC69 has ported in and is swarming all the cities. So this is a thing. JC60 on the bottom lane, though, holding the obelisk very strong here. Not quite as it looks like the action is more up here, though. Constantine Trajan is very tanky. You really want Trajan primary in all situations. Constantine Trajan is very nice, though. Trajan basically adds tankiness as a second to any march. So you could even use Guan Trajan. And while you won't get the damage bonus that Trajan provides for Guan, you'll get the tankiness. The 4th skill will absolutely help out Guan's tankiness. To me, that's an upgraded version of Guan Leo, in my opinion. You are losing a lot of the damage stuff, though. Like you're really losing what Trajan does best. You're losing all the damage bonuses and the skill damage bonuses and the mixed troop damage bonuses when you do it that way. Ritik, Trajan just replaced Constantine all over the place. Whatever players was doing with Constantine, you can do it with Trajan. Exactly right. Richard Joan, Alex Sun Tzu, Saladin YSG. Good. It's okay. Rayleigh Kuhn. It's pretty good. You can mix and match. That's the beauty of the infantry commanders. You can kind of just mix and match everything all over the place. Wow, massive domination by the blue team. Rush and Cash, RC69, devastating the JC60 players. Again, only 27 players for JC60, 28 at their peak, but one decided to go ahead and pick up their pail and go home. 0 arc captures for the red team. And again, just couldn't really get going on the red team, although there were some players on the red team that did very well and tried their best to go ahead and at least show up and have a good performance. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out well for the red team. Massive kill totals for the blue team here too, RC69. Units healed, surprising. I'm not sure why you would heal 3,186,000 troops with this kind of a score. I think that was a waste of some healing speed ups. And JC60, knowing that they were absolutely destroyed, really didn't need to do much healing, and you can tell that in the number there. 46 teleports for the blue team here, and 5, count them, 5 arc captures. RC69 victorious over JC60. So that's the first bracket that's officially done. Let's go take a peek at it for the Osiris League Playoffs. I want to say they're towards the right. Why are we screaming? Ronan. Drago, what do you think? Pairing Trajan with YSS or MethMed for a murder ball. Well, Murder Ball, you want AoE, so Mehmed would be fine. I think YSS will do more damage. Ong Fio, yeah. RC69, rock the field. Ethelfled Trajan with Ethelfled Primary and Peacekeeping Tree March speed for Arc. Trajan marches are really slow unless Ethelfled Primary. Yes and no. So you do lose some march speed, but just make it up with some windswept gear. Just put some windswept gear on if march speed is very important. I prefer Trajan Primary in that situation because he buffs Ethelfled's skill damage, which isn't inconsequential. Yeah, which is decently significant. All right, so we've got the two winners going forward, RC69 and 52SK, moving forward in the matchups. Now, I told you guys earlier in the stream that it's not about the point totals anymore. It's about power on these rankings now. So as you can see, Russian Cash and 52SK are both tied at 2, and RC69 has won the last 3 matches. This is the group phase. You got about 150,000 points here. You got 88 plus 65. Yeah, it's about 152,000 points in favor, and then about 62,000 points against. Then you got 52SK, which hasn't done their matchup yet, but already has 100,000 points in favor here, and again, only 41,000 points against, and they're already second place. But because of their total power, 2.8 billion power for Russian Cash and only 2.6 billion power for 52SK, Russian Cash is the number 1 seed. It is about the power, people. Unfortunately, it is about the power. As you can see, just for fun, with a 1 win, also 36 GU with 1 win, but you can see 2.6 billion versus 2.4 billion. 1K91, 2.6 billion. NW, 2.4 billion. 01HK and VK78, guess what? 3.478 billion versus 2.9 billion. It's about the power. Unfortunately, it's about the power, guys. That's where the ranking comes from. It used to be based on the point spread, but they eliminated that in favor of going by power. So when you say the rules are different, let's go check the rules, because it does say that. See if I can find it. If point scores are tied at the end of the match, the alliance that registered with the highest total power will be declared the winner. Where does it say that in the rules with the point total? So squad has a chance. Squad does have a chance. Competition formats. How to register, competition times, participants. Selection process. Qualifiers. Okay, it does say net points here. If multiple alliances within the same group have an equal number of wins, the alliance with the most net points from the 3 rounds will move on. Net points is the difference between the winning side and the losing side in a single round. So again, I agree, but it does play out different unless it reshuffles after the round's over. Maybe that's the case because look, watch. So if you look at the schedule here, K916 Group A, we've got K916 with, we're just going by this stuff, right? So this is 115,000 points versus 49,000 points. 86 JG only has 88,000 points versus 44,000 points, but they're ahead. But look, it plays out. I understand what you're saying, Mike, and I agree with you. And maybe it is accurate eventually, but right now K916 should have the second spot based off of net points. 88,000 versus 44,000, and we have 105,000 versus 49,000. We can also see their current alliance net points, Drago. But look, again, 86JG has a lower net point score. 86JG currently has a lower net point score for the stage than K916 does, but K916 is third. But the power, 2.9 billion versus 3.2 billion. So maybe it's not current. Maybe at the end it'll shuffle back out. That's correct, Mike V. So that's what, because I saw that. I saw the rules where it said, and again, that's the way it's always been. It's supposed to be based on point spread, but it's playing out differently in the actual rankings. There's a page where we can see all alliance net points, which is an easy way to see which one has more net points. So if we go to, I believe it's stats, league stats, net points. Look at this, 49,000 net points. They're ranked 3, but they're not in second place. K916 has 49,000 net points. They're ranked 3 in the entire bracket. Realm of Bastet, the entire realm. But they're still underneath 86JG with 34,000 net points. And they're tied 1-1. Explain. 15,000 more net points. K916 currently in third slot. Mike V, hopefully just the tiebreakers are applied after the group stage is over. That would make hopefully more sense. That would hopefully make more sense. Now, in this particular case, you have K916 battling 86JG. So at 15 UTC, this will be decided by a match, which is the way it's supposed to be, in my opinion, versus, tiebreakers of net points and stuff like that. But in cases where, again, like 834 and 86 Northern Kings here, they're not playing each other. So whoever wins their match, if 86 NK wins and 834 doesn't, or if they both lose or if they both win, that will dictate based off of net points, or it's supposed to. This can be fixed with some complaint mails to customer support. Yeah, okay. Okay, Jeff. Mike V, my explanation would be is that Lilith isn't perfect and their graphic might not line up with the behind-the-scenes tables. You know, it's like you've seen that. You've seen it before. 60 GT having one of the best point differentials in the realm for Bastet, by the way. And again, we will face 60 GT very early on. Well, not very early on. They're Group G1. So let's go and check out I think it's the schedule, and then we go over, which is where we were just at. How about that? G1 is here. Yeah, so I think we're going to get K916. If K916 wins against 86JG, we will be facing K916 in our first round of 16. If we beat K916, which is not a given, they're a good team, we'll go to this one, and then likely we'll face 60 GT. So we're going to have a murderer's row coming up into the finals here, because this is going to be 60 GT's bracket to lose, and then they're going to have to beat us. One of us is going to win, and then it's going to go to the finals here, which is E1, D2, F1, C2. So let's see. E1, D2, F1, C2. E1, D2, F1, C2. C2 is currently AO4, but could be DBs, nothing crazy. E1 is Raze, so we would also have to beat Raze or 803, depending on how this all plays out. F1 is Lost or Talk, again, decent team. Wait, hold on. D2 is going to be B38, so that'll be fine. We would have to either beat Raze or AO4. Or Lost. I mean, it's going to be Murderer's Row all the way there. VIP 14 or Castle for free-to-play low spender. VIP 14, 100%. Skill descriptions. Not like those are important. Right? Always VIP to get to 14 and then with 3 heads. Yeah, I agree. I can't quite get what does Delane's amulet. Does it help an enemy swarm by March? It helps you put more damage out against enemies that are swarming you. Or did they? Wait, hold on. Jeff, you just answered differently than what I did. Let me check. Normal attack can increase the target. No, that's silent trial, dummy. Incoming counterattack. Oh yeah, so yeah, incoming counterattack damage. It reduces the damage you take when you're swarming somebody else, and also just in general, you hitting somebody else. It reduces the damage you take. Increases tankiness is correct, and that's what Jeff said. Ritik Porwal, there's no way that... Well, you know what? Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's go back. Okay, so Osiris League. Let's go back. We've got BIA. Now, if for some reason, which I doubt it, but if for some reason BIA loses to 45 SD, because of the way that the league stats are... Technically, K916 would jump into first place, and then we wouldn't fight K916 until the very end before the finals. So, but BIA would have to lose, which I doubt, against 45 SD. 45 SD has not won a single match inside of their group and have not performed very well against all the opponents. So I don't see that happening, but if for some miracle BIAs, all of their players lost internet connection or something, then that would be nice, because we wouldn't have to fight each other at the very beginning of the round of 16. We need more video about Beat. About Beat. James Clark Sanchez, thank you for the sub. Trevor Mancy, Riel Anthony Toyado. Shaltir Bloodfallen. Sounds like a WoW character. I like it. Shaunuk Sengupta. Timo Aphrodite. Kafir Radical. A Chinese name that I cannot pronounce. I apologize. And Slayer KPK all subbing within the last 15 minutes. Appreciate you. It really sucks. I really want to see final. Thanks, Jeff and Drago. I understand now. You're very welcome. Jeff was right, and I was describing the old lanes. No one is totally going to DDoS them, Fallen Neko. That's not what I'm calling for. Let's make that clear. I'm not calling for a DDoS. I'm just saying it wouldn't be bad if all their internets crashed and their cell phone towers didn't work. Mahavir Dylan with the sub as well. Thank you very much for subbing to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification as well so you get all those latest notifications when we're posting videos on a daily basis. And also when I go live on streams, which are happening more and more frequently. Today I maxed my first legendary commander. It's Charlemagne Tatar. Ramazan. I need that Captain America video where they're maxing T5 Siege first and stuff. Hold me back, bro. Which one's next? So again, on this channel, there's no more Osiris League streams happening because I will be on the main Rise of Kingdoms page casting Realm of Horus on the official game page. We are going to have, again, Petal versus Song at the 13 UTC hour, and we're going to have SX54 and JST at the 15 UTC hour. That will be the two matches that will be with me on the main Rise of Kingdoms page, and then I have my match at 19 UTC against 48 HB, which I will post the video for either later today or early tomorrow, depending on how the day gets away from me or not. And a stream plan for Realm of Bastard at 15 UTC. Well, I have to cast on the Rise of Kingdoms page. So 13 and 15 UTC, I'm a sponsored content creator for Rise of Kingdoms, so part of my deal is that I cast on the official Rise of Kingdoms page during Osiris League, and it's basically Chiskel and myself doing that. We did have a guest host, Bulbaritos, on the first week, but I believe the way everything's lining up, these last few weeks, we were able to do it on our own. So, any stream plan? Let's see. You should stream the stream. You should stream the stream of the Korean Osiris League match between JST and 44KO. Well, JST's fighting SX54. What are you talking about? Or is there another JST on the Korean servers that's a completely... I'm sure there is. And it's completely different from this one. Yeah, 916 is going to fight 846. Can't wait. Zeldris, you're very welcome. SKC streamer with the sub. Fallen Neko also subbing. Timothy, Carman, and Sloppy with some pretty sweet eyes subbing too. Who are the favorites in your realm? So Realm of Bastet. I just did a video on this, guys. The Eye of Talent, the Eye for Talent video has my favorites for all 4 realms to win the whole thing. But just to answer the question, since you're here, T2A is a favorite in my opinion. That's where I'm at. 60 GT is also a favorite in my opinion. We've also got Raze as a favorite, and Wib is another favorite, and K916, has drawn some pretty rough matches and still hanging in there. Again, if they win against 86JG, they will move to the Realm of 16. If they don't, though, they will be eliminated. So that is a thing. This is a play-in match. Akbar Arianto subbing. Kuzama Iqbal also with subs. Look at you guys. Absolutely killing it on the subs today, guys. Amazing. Thank you all for joining. Let's see here. Let me go to the Eye for Talent. So just to show you guys, I bet everything on T2A. That's me. I like betting on myself because I can control what I do. But Wib has the heavy favorite. Over 56%, almost 57% of the coins from Eye for Talent going to Wib. Conversely, again, we have 778K who is now officially out, and they had 7% of the coins. T2A only has 3.2% of the coins. 778K had 7%, and they are eliminated. Same thing with UN88, had almost 16% eliminated from the playoffs. LW92 looking very strong and has a good 1.3%. Raze with 2.9%. Still in it. 60 GT underbetted. Significantly underbetted. I think they have every possibility to go and win this thing. Wib is proper bet. Some people bet on already eliminated alliances. That's correct. No big brain, just bet on T2A. Reed Williams. I hope 60 GT loses. I mean, I hope so too, but I mean, they haven't lost yet. They haven't lost yet. All I do is win. Never Max Charlemagne. That's correct. That's good. Forsaken. JST is playing 44KO in about 3 minutes for Korean Osiris League. It's being streamed on the Korean Lilith YouTube channel. I didn't know that. Well, I don't want to steal their thunder. We'll let them do their thing. But that's pretty good. I may tune into that. $60 GT is very coordinated and have played together for a long time. Fun opponent in KBK and very big spenders. Well, there you go. That's a great combination for Osiris League, guys. Played together for a long time, really coordinated, and heavy spenders. That's the best. That's the big three. You hate the kingdom, but they're good fighters. Well, there you go. I can appreciate that. All right, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the stream up here. Obviously, still very early morning for me. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Get ready for what will be some official casting with Chiskel and the Rise of Kingdoms page. 13 UTC. Again, we're going to be casting the PTAL versus Song match. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. If you want to join me while I'm casting on that channel, again, just go and search on YouTube Rise of Kingdoms official channel, and you will find it. Hit the sub button there too, and I will see you guys in about 2 hours or so. 2 hours or so. Take care, guys. Always a pleasure in the morning. Love hanging out with you guys. Thank you all again for the subs. Putana Troya and Kuzama Iqbal. Akbar Arianto also again for the last few minutes subbing. Thank you very much. If you guys haven't subbed yet, which I think there's pretty much no one who hasn't subbed at this point on this stream, make sure you do hit the bell notification. And again, this is this official Rise of Kingdoms sponsored channel. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Cheers. Have a good one and take care.